everybody, long time no see. I'm sorry I was busy. I went to a trip to India and Indonesia. So I was in Bali for a week and then I went to India to meet my parents and I went to Mumbai, I went to Coimbatore, I went to Delhi, Chandigarh. Yeah, so many places. So it was very busy time and I enjoyed a lot. I did a lot of new things. I did surfing, I learned scuba diving, I learned parasailing, and so many things. So I didn't get a time to make a YouTube video. I'll share those things later sometime, but this video is not about that. This video is about my journey in Japan, coming here as a master's degree student and then literally loving the country so much that I want to stay here forever and ever as of now. So I'll tell you, I came in Japan almost 2.5 years ago. I came in April 2022, which is actually more than 2.5 years. I came here as a master's student in International University of Japan. I call it IUJ, so it's like easy. IUJ, Kokusai Daigaku, IUJ. So it's in Niigata. If you don't know where Niigata is, it's near Tokyo. So it's in more north of Tokyo. So it's more colder. That's why you might have seen lots of my videos in snow. So it was very chilly town, and before that I hated anything which was winter, but that place made me fall in winters altogether. So yeah, so now you might ask, which lots of people always ask me, why Japan, why not US, why not UK, why Japan? So my reason is kind of simple, which I might have shared before. It was because I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to learn a language which was very difficult. So it has a whole story altogether that my English was not very good, and I wanted to learn a language which was even difficult than English, so I could be proud of myself that I have done that. So I started learning Japanese, thinking that Japanese is a very tough language. So if I'll know that, I will respect myself more. So it's a very stupid reason. You might not have heard it anybody say that, but yeah, that was my reason for learning Japanese. And I found an institution and got admission there, and I participated in a all India Japanese contest where I met a chief guest from Indonesia, Rashi Sensei, and she made me introduced to IUJ, which is where I got graduated from, and which was actually the university which she got graduated from also. She was an alumni of the university and she introduced me to it. And yeah, that's how I got to know about the university. And then I thought, yeah, I was that time I was in Delhi University doing my botany honors. I was about to pass my third year, and then I was very confused what to do in my life. And then she introduced me to that university, and then I thought, oh, why not, like, let me apply there. And I applied there in Jan. Before that, I didn't had a passport, so I had to make a passport so quickly. In January I got my passport ready, and on February 15th I applied to the university in 2021. And then after some time the results came around in May or something, that I got selected in the university, which was like, that thing was fine for me, that okay, I got accepted by the university, but now where will the money come from, because it was a private university and it was super expensive. I remember I was in Delhi that time and I called my mother and told her the news that, oh, I got accepted, yeah, but the fees is 50 lakhs per year, by the way. And she was like, oh my god, where would the money will come from? So that was the main question. Then I mailed it to the university that I would be needing a scholarship. So please, like, if there will be any scholarship opportunity, then let me know. And luckily, I usually has a lot of scholarship opportunities, and they introduced me to it. And then I applied for the one called Jair Aisha scholarship, which was actually given to only 5 people in Asia. And if I had to be chosen for that, I should be the only one from India. So I thought the competition is so much, and why would they select me? I mean, but I took a leap of faith. I applied for it. I cleared all the interview processes and everything. So after 2 months or so, the result came, and I was selected for that, which was an amazing. I was very happy, and the university, that a scholarship promised to cover all my tuition fees. Everything was paid by the company, oh, by that company which was sponsoring me. It's called Jera. It's a solar power based company in Japan. It's like provides electricity in the home of Japan. So yeah, so they covered all my like living costs there. They started paying me 1.5 lakhs per annum, per month, which is like a salary, right? So they started paying me that, like literally Japan started paying me for studying there. So which was like a dream come true for me. So before that, because I knew nobody in my family who went to Japan or was interested in East Asian countries, so I didn't had much of a guidance. So I just took a leap of faith every time that okay, let's give it a try, everything will be all right. And I was a vegetarian, so I was very afraid that I don't know if I could get something to eat there. But eventually that also got figured out. I started eating different kind of things. I got adjusted to Japan pretty much very well, I guess. So yeah, so then pandemic hit. So that's why even though our classes started in September October of 2021, I was not able to join the university. So we were attending the classes online, and it was only possible in April 2022, after a few months of taking classes, that we got our visas approved. And we all I mean all almost all of my classmates came during that time. And that's when we came to like Niigata, Japan, in IUJ to get our masters done. So because it was like literally in the middle of the semester, so we had a lot of pressure. Like our mid semesters were going on, we had to learn Japanese, and everything was new. Our university is one of its kind. It has people from more than 100 countries, and there are only 350 students. It's just a master's university. So there was so much culture shock. Like I met people from Timor Leste, Benin, Ghana, and Pacific countries, like the countries that I've never heard of. And I think I don't know when in my future I'll get a chance to meet people from like Burkina Faso, El Salvador, Guatemala. But there I got a chance to meet them and made like wonderful connections. That's why even after during IUG and after IUG I traveled a lot. I traveled to so many countries, and wherever I go, be it in Singapore, be it in like Indonesia or Philippines or whichever country I go, I have friends there. And whenever I get a chance, we meet each other, do our culture exchanges, and meet over for lunches and dinners. So it's a wonderful thing to have, like make connections. Like we there's a joke in IUJ that we say, we literally travel the world sitting at one place when you are in IUJ. So it's an amazing thing, yeah. Yeah, so in April I came, and then in May and June I took my time to adjust to the culture of IUJ and Niigata. And then it was a culture shock for me to see the prices, because the prices here are in yen, and the value of yen is less than Indian rupees. So everything seems in numbers pricey. Like if you will go to eat take banana, the price of like three bananas was like 300 yen. So it came as a shock to me, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't had a very much international exposure by that time. It Japan was the first country I came to actually. So being a child, I don't know, I was a child. I was like around 22 years old. So it came as a shock to me, and I used to get very panicked because by that time, yeah, I didn't know how to open my bank account and everything. So it was during the first week was very tough. Eventually it started making sense, and my friends helped me to get through it. So yeah, so I took my time for a couple of months. Then I was all ready to like explore not just Japan but the world, because there I met friends from everywhere, and then they started telling me stories about how they travel the world. And then came our summer vacations. There were the summer vacations from June, July, and August, and even like a part of September also. So there was a huge summer vacations. So in the starting months, I took an internship in Guideable Japan, which is a company based in Tokyo, and I used to write like articles for them. And then later half, for 45 days, I went on a on a backpacking trip to Southeast Asia. I went to Thailand. I started from Thailand, then I went to Vietnam. I backpacked Vietnam from south to north. Then I went to Malaysia. Then I went to Singapore, and then I celebrated my birthday over there also. It was wonderful. Then I came back, and literally from and yeah, and just like when I came back the next day, I started my Japan trip. Like I started from Tokyo with my friends, and we went from Tokyo to Kyoto, and then went to Osaka. Then like so many things happened. Yeah, it was so fun. Like I would say there was a lot of traveling which I did, which improved my personality a lot. I guess it changed my perspective a lot. And when I came back in from mid September to September, October, and November, I locked myself in the room because I didn't even see like railway station during those months, because I thought, okay, I'm done with traveling now. It's time to study. And that time I just studied good, like got back into track on my grades and everything. And then when I was satisfied that okay, now things are on track, now time for next adventure, now what? So I joined the snow resort in December. You might see a lot of snow resort videos on my channel, so that's when I did it. So December and January, that's what I did. I did lots of snowboarding. I in Ichigo Yuzawa, it's a town nearby. I used to get take a bullet train actually to go to my part-time job, because they were paying nicely, and they were paying for my dorm and accommodation, everything also. So it was a wonderful experience, I guess. And that time I was thinking that that's what I want to do full time also. I want to do like 6 months of snowboarding as a snowboard instructor, and 6 months I want to do as a scuba diver, like scuba diving instructor. So that's what I wanted to, that was my plan by that time. I even talked to the recruiter that this is what I want to do, and please be ready the moment I'll get graduated in June. On July, I'll come to Okinawa and I'll start my scuba diving things. But I guess the life had different plans. Before June, before getting graduated, I got a job as an investment banker. So that's here I am in Fukuoka, which is also a wonderful city in Japan. It's in the south of Japan. It's near actually South Korea. So South Korea is more near to us than Tokyo now. So yeah, I came here, and I chose Fukuoka because actually the main reason is the airport is so near. So it's like sometimes I finish my work at 5, and at 9 I'm in the Philippines sipping my coffee. So that's what I am doing these days. So yeah, I guess maybe in the future I'll do that 6 months scuba, 6 months snowboarding. But right now it's time to learn like advanced Excel, I guess. So that's how my life is going on right now. So I got graduated after, as per the timeline. Then in February and March, I started doing lots of job hunting, and eventually I got a job offer before graduation in June. So yeah, and from August 1st, I joined the company here in Fukuoka. It's an American company. I made a video about that also. How does it feel to work in an international company in Japan? So let me get to the question that you might have. Like, did you require like Japanese to come to Japan? So the thing is, I would say that if you have, then it's better. If you don't, then please come and try to learn here. So in my case, I had GLPTN 4. I had that level of Japanese because that's what I was doing during my Delhi University days. And then when I came to Japan, my university was completely English speaking university, so I didn't need it much. I improved a lot during my snow resort days though, because I was in a completely English, Japanese speaking environment. I was dealing with lots of customers. But now again, I joined this company in Fukuoka. It's an American international company where we work with Australian clients. So all my colleagues are from different countries and not from Japan. And so we just communicate in English. All our emails are in English. Everything is mostly in English. We hardly use any Japanese. So I get to the whatever Japanese I know, it is very fine to like do the day-to-day tasks. So yeah, so that's how my journey was. But I highly recommend you to learn Japanese, because at least the basics of it, because very few people in Japan know English. And and yeah, so I'll other than that, I want to talk about how is the weather here, or how does it feel to live in Japan. So it's very safe. Japan is a very safe country, and sometimes I come back around midnight or even later than that. I never felt unsafe. And as per my experience of traveling to other countries, like I've been to Taiwan or Korea, those countries also feel safe. You know, that East Asian countries, they give you a sense of safety, but Japan is on next level. Like I never was a chance when I was coming even around at 3 a.m. at night. Like I walked 2 kilometers from my office to my home. I never felt that I was seen by somebody or there was any case of eve teasing or something. Never. So in that way, it's pretty nice. And weather is almost nice here. It depends on the city where you are living in. As I told you before, I was living in Niigata, which was a snow-covered city. It was very chilly. But now I'm living in Fukuoka. It's like a beach town, and we have pretty much like sometimes it's raining, but mostly it's good. Like nowadays, it's a December January time, so it's like starting to get a little bit chilly. So yeah, so it's nice. It totally depends on which prefecture you came to in Japan. And my last point would be, don't just stick to Tokyo and Kyoto. Please explore other prefectures, especially discover Kyushu region. It's amazing. It's in the south of Japan, and it needs like a lot more recognition than it is getting now, because it has so much to offer. So yeah, if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer that, and I'll be posting so many more videos like this. And if you want me to make a video on anything particular, just please let me know in the comments, and please like, share and subscribe to motivate me to make more videos. And see you in the next one. Bye bye.